Are you looking for inspiration for cool channel ideas?
In this video, we want to share 7 women who are crushing it on YouTube and share some tips and strategies that we're learning from these channels. Coming up. Hey, what's up guys? Sean here.
Benji here.
And this is Video Influencers, helping you build your influence, income, and impact with online video.
And on this channel, we have weekly tips and trick videos as well as interviews with YouTubers crushing it. So if you're new here, consider subscribing.
Yes, so this is another episode of Subscriber Love. So what we did was we went into our subscribers here on Video Influencers and we wanted to look for some inspirational channels that we could learn from and that we could share with you, which by the way, this is a great tip for you as well. You can go into your analytics, go into your channel and actually see who's subscribed, and that could be a great way to collaborate, just create community and things like that.
And in this video, we're gonna be focusing on some women specifically and their channels and sharing what we think is dope about their channels that you can get inspiration from.
And we specifically picked out channels of different sizes, some that are earlier and just starting out and some that are pretty well established and crushing it. So number 1 is HoneySuckle Catering.
Hugs and Keisha's Busy Bees.
All right, so the first thing I love about your channel here is your thumbnails. And me coming from a food YouTuber background, what I appreciate is number 1, your thumbnails look amazing, but you actually have the actual recipe titled in the thumbnail, which is something a lot of people just don't do. You know, you think it'd be obvious, but a lot of people just rely on the title that YouTube allows right below it, but to have it inside just emphasizes even more and catches people's eye. So that's my first thing.
Absolutely. And also your titles are really great, and it's cool that you're using emojis in your title. You know, emojis are kind of the language of the new world, and so some creative YouTube channels are starting to incorporate those, and you are as well. But if we even take a step back, one thing that I think stands out about your channel overall is just the quality. It is like a 10-10 quality. The photography and the thumbnails, the quality of the videos, the quality of your audio, across the board.
2 teaspoons of brown sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, like a pinch of salt.
And so influencers watching, one question to really ask for your content is how can you level up the quality with your camera, your lighting, your video production? And this is definitely a channel to check out to learn from and apply some of those things to your channel. I think the other 2 things that are cool here is, again, the power of focus. And so it's really clear what the channel is about. Lots of smoothies, food recipes, gingerbread holidays, but it just has this constant theme of food. And we talk about this all the time here on Video Influencers, that focus is power, and that, you know, if you don't have clarity, you might be creating confusion. And so how can you focus your channel more? And then lastly, what's really cool here is that she calls her tribe, her community, Busy Bees.
Hey, Busy Bees.
So, you know, we call our tribe, you and this community, influencers. And smart influencers have a community name typically for their channel. You'll notice a lot of channels do this. PewDiePie calls them the Bro Army. And there's actually some, you know, strategy to that. And there's a great book to check out called Primal Branding. And so we'll link that up in the description below. It talks about the 7 elements of really strong brands. This channel has a lot of those elements. And one of those is kind of creating a name that your community can be associated with.
Channel number 2, Sierra Schultzzie.
Hey guys, it's Sierra and welcome back to my channel.
Sierra, I love your channel. First thing I'll say is a lot of females are doing this, lifestyle, fashion type of channels, but you specifically brand yourself as a curvy guru. What I love about this is obviously there's a lot of people looking for this type of content, and if you look at your top 3 videos, they're all around the curvy topic. So obviously you're doing something right. You're doing something that a lot of people are searching for. And I mean, like this video specifically that's featured is getting 1.7 million views. So I think you've got a lot of growth potential here, and I just love what you're doing with your channel.
Absolutely, and influencers, there's a lot to learn here too. Best practices, great thumbnails, great titles, great branding across the channel. But then again, I think the lesson too is really owning your uniqueness.
Yeah.
Like don't wait until tomorrow, until you start YouTube. Like be who you are today, be you ×2 and own it and put yourself out there. And Sierra, you're a super inspiring example. Love your content, love the excellence, and thank you for everything you're doing on YouTube.
Channel number 3, Studio Knit.
Hi guys, I'm Kristen and welcome to Studio Knit.
So Kristen has put an awesome channel together here all about knitting. And we love these types of channels because again, it illustrates the power of focus. Sometimes you might feel limited, right? It's like, whoa, I want to do everything on YouTube. But Kristen, through discipline and focus, has made a channel that's broken through and that has just a great impact, great video views, lots of best practices. It's cool to see that she's closed captioning all of her videos. One of the best practices on YouTube, especially for international reach and having better SEO on your videos. So definitely influencers apply that. And then the other thing that's cool when you build a channel like this is that it positions you for brand deals, sponsorships, and affiliate marketing. Because again, she's got great influence at the time of this video, 73,000 subscribers, but there's something powerful where you don't need 1 million subscribers if you've got a really focused channel. So I'm sure that lots of knitting brands, lots of companies are able to want to work with Kristen because if they're in the knitting space, she has majorly positioned herself as a knitting influencer. Very specific, but very powerful.
Absolutely. I think the takeaway for anybody is, years ago when I first started YouTube, I would have never thought a knitting channel would have been successful. But if you love something, then there's a good chance that people all over the world, not just in the United States, literally anywhere in the world that's connected internet that's watching YouTube would also be interested in it. So don't downplay whatever it is that you're passionate about and let that be inspiration for you to start something that's totally unique and your own.
Next up is Hannah Weir. Hannah is a self-taught nail artist, the creator of the Nail Trail from Melbourne, Australia, and her channel is super cool.
One of the first things that struck us was your focus on nails, right? Initially you're doing a lot of art around the nails. However, you started getting into other things, but still connected to the topic of nails. And we're talking about the iPhone cases and painting them or decorating them the same way as your nails. Is she actually matching the iPhones to the nails? The other thing I really love about your channel is you're integrating some vlogging into it. So again, we talk about this a lot. In fact, we just recorded a video about should you vlog in your channel. And I think you're doing it in a way that only complements your nail art content.
Absolutely. And so influencers watching, what Hannah did here was she started out 2 years ago with just nail content. And I would think that that helped her get traction and really get noticed because of that power of that focus. And then later on, she started to introduce a little bit of vlogs on her channel and starting to do some other content. But sometimes I think what people do is they start too broad too soon.
Yeah.
Once you actually built a community, once people aren't just interested in the value of the tip of helping them with their nails, then they might want to start watching your daily life and some other things. So maybe you need to hold off on going too broad, start really focused, but be encouraged that later on, if you do broaden, that it can work better because you started with one single focus.
Channel number 5, AngieARTmanga.
So Angie has created an awesome channel, drawing, but specifically mostly focused on Japanese anime as well as manga. So again, the power of focus. And her community that she's building has gathered around this and she's doing a phenomenal job.
Angie, I just want to give a kudos to you because, there's this huge fear for foreigners to speak a second language, specifically English, and for you to be able to do it on your channel, I think that's amazing. Because, when you speak English, you're just opening yourself to a global audience. And what I love, and I know you're from Hong Kong, by the way, I'm totally assuming all this, right? But if you're from Hong Kong, I'm imagining that Chinese is your first language. So for you to not only include English, but also Chinese characters to be able to reach 2 different languages, amazing. And I think that's something that more and more people will be doing. And I think you have the option to start a second channel in the future. But you can absolutely keep doing this because, that's the one thing people forget, even beyond English speaking viewers, that there's so many languages and China is this huge land of opportunity in terms of potential viewers. So kudos to you for doing that.
Absolutely. And a couple other things to really learn from this channel. One, great job of doing giveaways. Giveaways can be such a cool way to build community, add value to your community, and also grow your channel. And live streams.
Yeah.
It's cool to see you doing drawing live, super chat, live streams. And so again, we've done other videos. We're talking a lot about live, the YouTube live app, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, influencers, you gotta be taking advantage of live video. And this, one of the best ways is to let your YouTube audience know about it and then have them meet you at a scheduled time so that you can really build greater depth with your community and audience.
My last takeaway about this channel for anybody trying to look for inspiration for their channel is this thing about entertainment videos. So a lot of people that are watching this might not even be into art themselves. They might not be interested in actually drawing, but I know as a fellow artist, I like watching other people draw. And this also has to do with cooking, with eating food. There's all kinds of videos on YouTube now where people just enjoy watching things being done. So if there's something, whether it's art or cooking, that you love to do and you're willing to tape long form versions of it, just know that there's an audience out there that's interested enough that might be potential viewers. So don't limit yourself to what you think people want to watch. Just try new things, just like Angie's doing here.
Next up is Sensational Finds. Live a fabulous life on a budget.
Hey guys, Sarah here. Welcome back to the channel.
So Sarah, great job on this channel. Sarah is a stay-at-home mom, a wife, and a Dollar Tree lover. And so she's created a channel, again, in a space of trying to give tips and recommendations for home decor, you know, whether it's shopping for clothes or things around the house, all those items that are available at Dollar Tree, and completely focusing on the frugal side of things and on the budget side of things. And so really good branding, good thumbnails, great content. But one of the standout things here is I love this statement on the About page, sharing how to make frugal living look fabulous. So in one sentence, she's like, we're sharing how to make frugal living look fabulous. And so influencers, we challenge you to, what is your one sentence? Work on that branding phrase, that one phrase for you that summarizes the content of your channel, the focus of your channel. You know, on Video Influencers, we say we're helping you build your influence, income, and impact with online video. It took us a while to come up with that. We worked it, reworked it. And so I'm sure Sarah's worked on this as well. You can tell she's put in the work and she's worked on her branding. We encourage you to always be leveling up your branding.
Yeah, and the only thing I want to add about this is, you know, in the mom space, even though that is a huge group of viewers on YouTube, there aren't a lot of influencers yet, at least to serve that community. So I love your channel because you're serving a need specifically for, I believe, a lot of parents out there and obviously a lot of mothers. So kudos to you, and know that if you're a female and you're a mom, there are so many brands looking to work with you guys because there's not enough mom influencers on YouTube. Channel number 7, Miss Mari Johnson.
Hey, I'm Mari and I'm obsessed with travel.
Mari, great channel. I love your one-liner, a travel enthusiast who wants to help you travel. And you know, the first thing I will say, and maybe this is kind of the theme of this episode, you know, in the travel space on YouTube, male dominated. So for you to be a female getting into this, and traveling as a female is something you have to be careful of. Obviously, you know, traveling by yourself, but you are doing it, you're doing it well, and I believe you have so much potential for growth because not only do a lot of people want to watch these travel vlogs, but I bet there's a lot of females that want to hear from other females on how to do it.
Absolutely. And one of the great things about this channel is the channel trailer. It summarizes really well what the vision of the channel is. A lot of these channels have that. So influencers, have you done your channel trailer yet? Have you made a 30 or 60-second video that really summarizes your story and tells people why they should subscribe and why they should watch? You definitely want to check this one out because there's a lot to learn from it.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll say about this channel is Mari's courage. So we were talking about that the other day. For you to, I believe, either quit your job or just kind of like go for it all in, that's amazing. And for you to be able to share that story with people is gonna really build a lot of fans that wanna support you. So I believe that that's a great thing that anybody can learn. And I've heard this before, you know, like when you have a story of something you're gonna reach or like a goal you're trying to hit, it's very powerful and people wanna see you succeed.
Absolutely. And you know, at the time of making this video, this channel was under 30,000 subscribers. So it's probably not a full-time type of a channel. And so what's encouraging here is that Mari had the courage to step out, sell everything, and go do the things she wanted to do.
Yeah.
Probably, you know, before the money was there, hustling to find other ways to do it, hustling to go make it happen and not waiting around until things just clicked in, you know? And so influencers watching, there's just something about, you know, finding a way. It's like, don't wait until AdSense or you're making enough money on YouTube to go do your dream. Go do your dream, YouTube along the way, and build things up on the way. Find side hustles to make that possible. We are so inspired by this channel because clearly you've done that, Mari.
Question of the day, what is the focus of your channel?
Let us know in the comment section below. And remember that some of the best tips and channel ideas come from you, the video influencers community. So definitely connect with everybody in the comment section.
If you're new here, consider subscribing and share this video with other people looking for inspirations for new channel ideas.
Yes, and once you got your channel started, then you need your channel to grow, right? You need views, you need subscribers. And so we actually put together a free guide with 19 things to do every time you upload a YouTube video. So if you want to download that, we'll link it up in the YouTube description below, as well as on the YouTube card.
As always, here on Video Influencers, we're helping build your influence, income, and impact with online videos.
Keep crushing it, and we will talk soon.